In Lena Dunham's book, Famesick, there was a topic that was mentioned that I've described before, this topic of dissociation. So dissociation is when we see ourselves outside of of who we are. We feel disconnected from ourselves, disconnected from reality, or disconnected from others. Sometimes there's this idea that we have sort of a backseat to ourselves, to our body, and we're watching our body move forward and act and engage in things, but we feel just completely disconnected from who we are as a person. A few other things that were mentioned in her book Famesick: health conditions such as endometriosis, factors related to childhood trauma. She described PTSD, complex interpersonal relationships, including complex relationships with her musician boyfriend, and also her sister who transitioned. She discussed navigating burnout throughout her career, and then also being this person who is public and in the public eye, and also navigating body issues and creating boundaries. But onto the topic of dissociation, she described it as kind of taking a back seat to herself, whereas the physical pain that she was experiencing wasn't really her, because again, she took a back seat. She was dissociating. She took a back seat, and it wasn't her that was experiencing these things, but basically it's feeling disconnected from who you are as a person, and you're more seeming like you're viewing yourself kind of sitting in a theater watching someone else make these moves, and you're somewhat disconnected and severed from your personal experiences. And dissociation is something that's fascinating, and several people have described it. In fact, there were several instances of dissociation in this book by this author, Mackenzie Phillips, who I'll touch on at a different point. So Mackenzie Phillips, who wrote this book called High on Arrival, about, she was a musician's daughter, and I'll touch on this on another day, but there were a bunch of these traumatic incidents that she experienced that she would dissociate when she was kind of living through some of these real world traumatic, stressful events. And then back to Lena Dunham's book, Famesick. So again, with the dissociation that was described, you may feel as though you're just kind of going through the motions, and you're disconnected and you're not really experiencing these things. She kind of described how she was completely disconnected from those actions, completely disconnected from some of the pain and experiences and feelings that she was having in her body, and how trauma, being overworked, and stressors, these may have been things that kind of caused this dissociation to occur. If you feel as though you're experiencing this for quite a long time, please make sure that you check out mental health resources that may be near you so that you can receive adequate and needed potential services. So with this video, I hope someone finds this helpful or useful, and thank you so much for watching.